This is the plaintiff, Michael Martucci. He says he helped a tenant of his out by making some loans to her so she could buy furniture and a television. When he tried to get her to pay him back, she posted their conversations on Facebook for the whole world to see and slandered him something awful. Well, he knew then and there the only way he was going to see his money again was by suing her. So that's just what he's doing for the $5,625.47 he's owed. This is the defendant, Sarah Wilson Ware. She says the plaintiff bragged that he has an abundance of money and he lavished her with things as gifts. One day, though, he stripped down completely naked in front of her and her cousin. And when her cousin denied him sexual relations with her, he changed his tune and demanded money. Oh, him? Yeah, right. She's accused of taking, but not giving. The defendant has filed a countersuit for $3,600 for all she's out.
All parties, please use your right hands. Be seated. Come to order, please. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Doug.
You're welcome, ma'am.
Okay, Mr. Martucci, how long has Ms. Wilson Ware been your tenant?
I purchased the property approximately 3 years ago, and she was an existing tenant.
She was already living there. Are you still living there now, or you've moved?
No, ma'am, I moved.
Okay, so during that time, you guys kind of developed like a friendship, right? Like you were hanging out, you were loaning her money. It was.
No, not during that time. About maybe August, Sarah posted.
Of what year?
Of 19, Sarah posted on the internet, on Facebook, that there was a domestic disturbance at her house. She posted pictures of the house being beat up and mattresses being knifed and stuff like that. She reached out to the community and said, I have no way to get to work, no one to babysit anymore because this person that had done this damage was kicked out of the house at this juncture. I came forward and said I could at least get you to work, you know, until you can figure something out.
Were you paid for that?
No, I was not paid.
You were just helping her out?
I was just helping her out, yes.
Okay. Why?
Because I knew of her as a tenant and, you know, everything was decent, you know.
Okay.
I was just being a
All right,
good
and then
Samaritan.
at some point she tells you her tale of woe on her couch and television that she bought on a payment plan, which if she didn't finish paying, it was going to double.
Absolutely,
And
yeah.
then you loan her the money.
Yes.
According to you, you loan her the money.
Yes.
According to you, he gives you the money.
Correct.
Why would anybody give you the money? Why would anybody give you, I mean, we're talking about $1,500 worth of stuff. I mean, why would he give it to you rather than loan it to you?
Well, when he gave it to me, he had asked me to come over to his house, and we developed a relationship. We were friends. He was dating a girl, Brittany, at the time, and was going through some things. And I told him I didn't want to come over because I was crying that day. I was going through some things. Yes, I just ended a breakup or whatnot. Well, then when we got over there, he asked what was
Who's
wrong. Me and my daughter.
You and your daughter. How old's your daughter?
She's 2.
Okay.
When we got over there, he had asked what was wrong. I just told him, you know, being a single mom, not having no help, it was getting rough, and it was a start with 2 kids. And he had asked, you know, what could he help with? And I told him nothing. All I need financially is I have my furniture to pay off, and it's doubled if I don't pay it. I said, but I don't want you to pay it because I don't want nothing over my head.
Was this a loan or a gift?
No, it was a gift. It was not a loan.
But, okay, he says it was a loan. What? Do either of you have any proof of what you're saying? Because if not, I just have to look at the circumstances and try to figure out if it's in fact a loan or a gift. When it's $20, a gift is pretty probable. When it's this kind of money, it's pretty improbable because people don't just rain money on other people.
I do.
So there's a favor to fronting you the money so you don't have to pay double. But do you have any text back and forth where, you know, he says, you don't have to pay me back?
I mean, he doesn't say in general you don't have to. Well, he says right here that his friendship was true. He says, sorry, I'm not beating you up over by means, but this is through $25 I had asked him to borrow for my son's haircut before work. Before school, and he says, I just can't have $8,000 credit bill and empty-hearted and people only contacting me when they need something. I'm just not living that life anymore. And then, like I told him in here,
I'm sorry. I had asked you if you had any proof by text that this was a gift and not a loan. Yes or no? Because things you read have nothing to do with what I'm asking. Do you have any texts there that say, this is a gift, you don't have to pay me back?
I mean, he never said it was a gift. No.
Oh, if he never said it was a gift, why wouldn't you have to pay him back those two things?
We never had a loan. I never asked him to pay anything. I mean, I have texts where I say, I never asked you to pay anything, and I told him I didn't want him to pay.
Okay, but you let him pay it. So the question is, are you supposed to pay him back or not? That's a legal question in front of me.
I mean, I
and
didn't
if
ask
you're
him to
saying
pay.
he never said it was a gift, that legal question has been answered. Now, according to you, she did not pay October, November, or half of December when she was there.
That's it.
And so you're suing for that rent. Did
Yes.
you pay that rent?
No, I did not.
Okay, and why did you not pay that rent?
Well, I moved out November 17th. Actually, the keys were there November 16th. I moved everything November 15th because he was harassing us to get out. And I was cleaning his apartments, his other apartments, and helping him rent them out.
Apartment, I'm sorry.
Okay, but I'm not understanding.
So instead
When
of
had
him
you
paying
cleaned
me-
another apartment?
Like he
Because
had.
you're describing a situation where he's throwing you out, but then you're saying he's also employing you. So
we
the
were
first
friends.
question to you is, what day did you move out?
I moved out November 15th.
Do you dispute that?
No.
Okay, then why are you suing for mid-December?
Because the lease clearly states that I'm supposed to get a written 30-day notice.
Oh, and she didn't give you
She didn't-
notice.
no, all she did was send me
Did you
a
give him 30 days notice back in October that you were moving November 15th?
No, he got a notice way before that in August.
Okay, prove to me the notice. Why do you keep looking at him? Prove to me that you gave him notice like you're supposed to, the 30 days notice.
Actually, I mean, we were discussing about me moving. I had
Do
just
you
got
have
my
proof
house.
that you
I do.
I don't know how to make my question more simple. Do you have proof that you gave him the 30-day notice?
I mean, here's conversations between us about what he has to do in the house
Do you
that I was
have
leaving.
proof that you gave him 30 days notice? This is my last chance that I'm giving you to look through your evidence.
I do, ma'am.
Good. Take your time, look through the evidence.
Thank you.
Give me proof that you gave him in October, notice that you were leaving in November. Okay, and while she's looking for that, let me ask you, you're suing for $3,150 estimate from a contractor for what?
There was during this domestic dispute that they had, there was significant damage done to the.
Do you have pictures of that damage?
Yes.
What is this picture supposed to show me?
That's items left behind. She did not clean the apartment at all. She left
table.
There's pictures of, that's a table in the living room.
Okay, what is this picture supposed to show?
That's crayon marking on the side of a refrigerator.
Okay, but why wouldn't that just wipe off?
I'm
Okay.
stating that she did not clean. There was
Okay.
damage done to the property. The
What is
carpets
this a
were
picture of?
That's a doorknob ripped off on the bathroom. Based on, I can only imagine people trying to open doors while people were trying to stay on the other side. So
What is this a picture of?
That's
That wasn't cleaned up?
no cleaning done inside the kitchen.
What is this a picture of?
That's something was thrown in the sink that wouldn't come out. I had to replace the sink.
What did you put in here? Like some kind of acidic thing that ruined the sink?
No, that's a lie. I have a video.
So you
of
haven't even seen the
apartment.
picture yet. What is that?
The only thing that was in that sink was bleach water from me cleaning that apartment. That was not ruined. I have a picture of the whole entire house.
Do you have a picture of that sink?
I do have I have a video of that sink. You can see the sink in the video. Yes, I do.
And in the video, the sink isn't ruined?
No, it's not. It's not ruined at all.
So we'll see that in a second. You were still looking for proof of notice. The refrigerator's dirty. This is a mess.
Yes, it was.
Messy. What is this?
Let's see.
This is fist through a wall. Crayon marks.
It's hard to see, but the door is physically cracked from trying to be pushed.
What the hell is going on in your apartment?
That's a lie. That is such a
Well, no,
lie.
I'm looking at it. There's damage by fists everywhere. Whose
Ma'am-
fists? Are those your fists?
No, that's
No,
a
okay.
lie. That is such a lie. Like
I'm sorry, darling. Who put their fists through these?
No, there was only one thing wrong with that apartment. It was one hole, and I have a video of me
How did
leaving
that hole
the
get
apartment.
there?
It was from us, and he knew that. I have a text message
How did that
telling
hole
him.
get there?
It was from my daughter's dad. He punched a hole in the wall.
Oh,
and
so it's not so crazy that I said fist through a wall. Now, this
Right.
damage over here on this orange wall, where did that come from? No, I'm actually asking you, where did that come from?
Ma'am, the apartment was old. It was falling apart from
Where
the get-go.
did this come from? How did this happen?
That damage was not there. Like I don't know what to
So
tell you.
not it was there before you got it because it was old, but instead he did the damage after you left.
Matter of fact, that's the apartment outside. That is the hallway. That's
where
not
she-
even in the apartment. That's
That's
the
the egress
hallway
area where-
downstairs, and it's still like that. I have pictures of the tenant still there. Like, it's from people
Is
moving
this
in and
the
out.
hallway?
This is the hallway right outside
Who
her
has
door.
access to the hallway?
Just her.
And and the
hold on a
tenant
second.
downstairs.
Is this a common hallway that someone else can walk through?
That someone could walk through if she left her front door open, yes.
And the
No-
tenant downstairs.
Okay, you need to stop screaming and interrupting. There was no question pending. It's the door to her apartment?
Yeah.
Okay. A human can walk up those steps, but only to go to her apartment? There's no apartment on the side?
No.
There's no...
Those stairs lead
Those
only-
steps lead only to her
Only to her
apartment.
apartment.
I got it.
And she
What
told-
is this? Where's that? Inside the apartment or outside?
That's inside the apartment.
What on earth happened out here? What did happen? These are steps leading right up to only your apartment. What happened there? This is stuff that happens to... Why are you looking at him? Why were you looking at him?
No, because I said I don't remember seeing that stuff, so.
No, that was not there. That
Okay.
had to be there when she moved
So,
in.
when were these pictures taken?
November the 22nd.
When did someone else move in?
Not till December 25th, because
Okay.
it took time to
Go
contact.
ahead and show me the pictures inside of your phone. And what about this door jamb, which obviously looks like someone bashing the door in? What up with that, ma'am?
I can't see that.
See, you know, the damage on the outside walls is very consistent with the damage on the inside walls.
Okay, that's paint coming off the wall.
Okay,
That's just from
that is
falling off.
somebody or something hitting the wall.
I mean, I
Both
have
of
a
those
two-
pictures are somebody or something hitting the wall.
Well, I have a 2-year-old, but as far as I'm...
Your 2-year-old doesn't have that kind of
Like
strength, babe.
that is paint coming off the wall. That's not, and
Yeah,
that
hand
was
it
not
over.
there. Yeah,
Yeah, who am I going to believe? You or my lion eyes? Come on.
I can't pull
Okay,
up.
no, I would agree with you on this one, that this is paint coming off the wall. This one is the one you said?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. But this is not, this is paint coming off the wall because someone hit the wall. And this is not your 2-year-old's span. Because
What,
this
in
is
the
too high up
bedroom?
for a 2-year-old. I don't know. I showed it to you already. But you were so busy denying it that you didn't take a good look. Now take a good look.
No, that was, I don't know. I don't
What
know.
do you think the guy
can't-
did? Take a
can't
bat and
tell
bash
you.
things up just so he could have the... He destroyed the place so that then he could go after you to make you pay it. Is that it?
I don't know, but what I do know
doesn't
is
make
I
sense
have-
though, right?
I have a video. Like, why would I go and clean
Did
and
you
then
find the
destroy this?
notice? Yes or no?
Yes, I actually did.
Let me see it. In October, giving 30 days notice.
I want to say, here we are,
Or
9/28.
before that.
Told him I was going to pay this month, and you see the date right here. That one's 9/28.
Okay.
And did you leave?
Actually, October was paid for because I
I'm
cleaned
gonna
his
pay
apartment.
this next month. This is when? When do you send this? In September. Okay, so you're talking about October, and you say I'm gonna. Do you see how maybe you should have a more professional relationship with a tenant than the one that resulted? Do you live there too?
No, no.
Right, so you don't even
This
live
is just
there.
a business,
Where
no.
it's not, well, no, it's not just business. It isn't. I'm looking at the text. These aren't just business.
Uh-huh.
In fact, according to you, it got a little more. It got really busy business at some point. Tell me about that.
We were supposed to actually go to dinner and discuss our business that we were supposed to start, which was a cleaning business. And he invited my cousin to the dinner, and I told him that we wouldn't be able to sit down and go over everything that we wanted to get situated for the business. If she was to come, because he's a drinker and so is she. And what happened was they drank, so I knew it was going to get messy, so I stayed sober. And then basically what happened is they got really drunk. He started texting his girlfriend with her and saying some off-the-wall things. And then when it all boiled down to it, he ran from the bar. He ended up at home. I looked for him for 2 hours. I finally got to his house. I had his keys.
Yeah, you know, like most landlord tenants do. Go on.
I had his keys, his wallet, his house keys, and his car. So when we got to his house, he was passed out in his hallway, and I woke him up and told him to go get in the bed. Well, he went inside, got in his bed. Well, he got all the way naked, and then he came walking out.
Naked?
Yes.
And?
And my cousin Diamond was looking at him with her mouth dropped, and I turned my head because it's my landlord, and I didn't want to see that. And he kept trying to get her to come in the room, and she told him no. And he got real angry and mad and started attacking her, and that's when I jumped off
That
the
doesn't
couch.
sound like a particularly professional relationship, right?
Well, it's not the truth. So,
Okay.
I mean, it's not the
What
truth.
did happen? You went out to dinner with your tenant and
I
her
was supposed
cousin,
to-
and everybody drank. That part true?
No.
I mean,
Well, here's what happened.
how about she's just your tenant? That's how, you don't pay her couch for her to then say, he was just loving on me,
I learned my
right?
lesson the
How
hard
about
way,
that?
yeah.
That's what I meant by keeping it professional.
I agree
All
with
right.
you. Yep.
So let me ask you this. I'm going to pay this next month. That would be October. And I'm getting out in the middle. Just need to make enough to put my kids and I in a room until the house is ready. I'm washing my hands on every blanking thing alive. I'm going to clean your apartment, have it ready, keep the deposit. That deposit. I wish you the best. I'm getting a loan to start my cleaning business. Go back to your hood rat and hope she changes. And then it goes on and on and on. Did you give him a date that you were leaving? Because that didn't happen, what you say here. A, you didn't pay October. And B, right? You didn't pay October.
That's because October was supposed to be paid for the work that I done in his
Except
other
for that's
apartment.
not what you said in the text, right? I don't owe you October because of work I did before. You don't say that in the text. All right, what you say in the text is I'm going to pay October. So you're making it hard for me to believe that he owed you money from a cleaning. So you don't pay October, and you don't leave in the middle of October. You leave a month later. Where's the notice that you're leaving on the day you left? There isn't. Okay. So now tell me about your counterclaim against him for $3,600. According to you, he owes you for cleaning what apartment?
His other apartment down the street from my house.
Okay, and why is it $600?
Because it was supposed to be the rent for October,
What is your rent?
$600.
So if it's supposed to be the rent for October and you didn't pay rent for October, why are you charging $600? Why would you also make $600 when you didn't pay rent?
Well, he kept my security deposit,
Okay, so the security deposit is how much?
$600.
Right, and that's in a separate line item in your lawsuit, so that's not the answer. According to you, after this blow up where you're using the F-bomb 1,000 times and you're telling him you're leaving, but you don't leave when you say you were going to leave, and all this stuff happens, you tell him you're going to pay October, but you don't pay October. When all that stuff is happening, you say he hired you after that to go clean an apartment?
No. I was cleaning the apartment down the street from my house.
When?
It was November. Can I see the phone?
Yeah. While she's looking, did you hire her to clean apartments and mow lawns, like she's saying?
Yes.
And did you pay her when she did that?
No, I did not. I gave her credit in my suit of $300 for cleaning an apartment. $600 to clean an apartment is just.
Okay, well, what
She
was the
came up with
agreement
that.
between the two of you about how much credit she would get for cleaning an apartment?
$300.
That was the agreement? Do you have anything to prove what you're saying, like a text back and forth about, can you clean the apartment, I'll pay you $300?
No.
Okay. Now, when did she clean the apartment? After
was-
those nasty texts I saw,
No,
or
this
before?
was before that.
Okay. And you gave her credit you were planning on giving her credit for what, October? In October's rent?
I was going to pay her the cash for doing it.
Okay, so what was the agreement, that you'd give her credit or that you'd pay her cash?
Pay her cash.
And how much were you going to pay her? $300 for cleaning the apartment?
Yes.
And then how much for mowing lawns?
$100.
You have a total you're suing for. You are subtracting the security deposit,
Uh-huh.
and you are subtracting $300 cleaning credit. Where's the $100 lawn mowing credit?
That credit was given in July when she did the cuttings, and she paid
So she reduced rent in July.
$500 is all she paid in July.
Is that accurate, ma'am?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so if that's accurate, why are you trying to collect the $100 in
Because
this
that
lawsuit?
wasn't the only time that I did the lawn.
You're going to have to prove that.
Okay.
So can you prove when else you mowed lawns? Because your lawsuit says 4 lawns.
I have text messages where I text him and I said that I was done, and that was
How
two.
does that prove what I just asked? If you want me to see that you did it 8 times and not 4 times, show me proof you did it 8 times.
Well, okay.
Yeah. All right. What is this a picture of?
That is the stove. If you scroll over, you'll see all the apartment, everything that.
Oh, that's the apartment you cleaned.
Correct.
All right, but why would it be $600? I pay people to clean. I've never paid $600.
It was $150 each day. It was literally
Prove you took 3 days. How big is that apartment?
8.
Because my house doesn't take 3 days to clean. How big was the apartment? Come on. You know, when you do stuff like that, when we're quibbling over something ridiculous, I lose faith in you.
Ma'am,
I don't want to lose faith in you. All right. Slander and pain and suffering. Talk to me.
He told his girlfriend Brittany things about us on the internet. She started texting me off of
Like
his
what?
phone. For one, my house caught bed bugs from my daughter going to a sitter's, and he took care of that. But he let known and his girlfriend Brittany posted a big post on the internet about me and my daughter.
What was she mad at? She thought you were into some funny business with him?
It was that night that he was
Yeah.
texting her.
Do you have a lease that talks about what late fees you're allowed to charge?
Yes.
Go on, I'm sorry.
Not only that, but he kept showing up at the house, telling us to get out. I got him
Telling you to get out, meaning
get
what?
out of his house. Yep.
What happened, what blow up happened that he would tell you to get out of the house?
When all that happened with Diamond, and then that same night, he left, completely took off, and then I get texts from his phone from his girlfriend Brittany. And
Okay,
then
so
he texts me
everything
back.
went south between you two after that, then you didn't have a cordial relationship.
Correct.
I need to hear your whole case on slander, pain, and suffering.
He was just showing up at the house, and then his girlfriend was posting things on the internet about me and my children.
Right, but I can't hold against him something his girlfriend does.
It's just everything that he was telling her. And then I got all these text messages calling me about my name, basically going in, telling me I'm mental and I need mental
Was
health.
that from him?
Yes, everything's
Right.
from him. And then not only that, but I had people calling they were asking, he was asking around what was my new address. And then all of a sudden my truck was completely damaged. I had to turn it in and get a new car.
Do you have any evidence that was him?
I don't have any evidence. But
Okay. There's no dispute that she left November 15th, right?
November, yeah, I got a picture November the 16th from her showing the keys and that she said she was out.
Okay. Do you have pictures of how it looked when it was rented to you? How long did you live there?
I moved in November 16th.
Do you have pictures
2016.
of how it looked when they gave it to you?
I have videos of
Do you have pictures
before.
of how it looked when you bought the place? What her apartment looked like when you bought the place?
I have an appraisal, but I do not have it with me, which would have had plenty of pictures of
Yeah, well, that
of
would
all
be
the
good to
rooms.
have so that I know
Yeah.
the condition it was in and can compare. But there are things that are obvious, destruction, and then there are things that I don't know about. We're done. On his lawsuit against you, I find that you owe the rent. You're unable to find any 30-day notice that you gave him. You said during one angry moment that you would pay October and be out in the middle of October. That isn't at all what you did. What he needed was notice of the day that you were actually going to get out so he knows when he can re-rent it. That's the concept behind notice. So you owe the 2.5 months rent. You owe late fees, not in the amount that you calculated because there was a security deposit, so that would cover the first of the late fees. So I've recalculated that. There are certainly damages that are there, and a lot of it is from whatever volatile relationship you allowed yourself, you were in and had in your house and on repeated occasions with your, was that the baby's father or no?
It was.
Yeah. And it's just a mess. It's not the amounts you're saying, but I'm allowing $1,000 for that. And on the couch and the television, no, he didn't rain that on you for keeps. That was just a favor he was doing so that you wouldn't have to pay double. Doesn't mean that you don't have to pay anything. So I'm adding that. I'm subtracting from this figure $300 of cleaning credit and $600 of security deposit, which takes care of two items in your lawsuit, the security deposit and the cleaning credit. It's not going to be the amounts you say. Slander and pain and suffering, I don't think you've proven a case for that. And the mowing of the lawns, you received a credit for that in July, and you're unable to prove to me that you did more than that after everything hit the fan. The most probative thing for me is what you say in the text to him. You say, I'm going to pay October, So I don't know. But he says, yeah, Judge, she's owed the cleaning, so we're going to put that in there. That leaves then, if I subtract the cleaning fee and the security deposit, a net judgment in favor of the plaintiff in the amount of $3,375.47. Verdict for the plaintiff, and you are winning on two items of your counterclaim in the amounts I previously said, and that's already being taken into account in the net judgment. $3,375.47. Verdict for the plaintiff.
So, when all is said and done, as the judge pointed out, you owe him $33.75. Okay, you got to give that back to him.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yep.
That's the judgment against you.
Yep.
And you're glad that you're out, I'm sure.
I mean, if she would have seen the video of the apartment as I was walking out, and yeah, but it's all right. I mean, it's all said and done. It's done and over with, and I'm ready to put all that behind me and keep moving forward.
And start a new life.
Yep.
Okay, good.
Thank
good
you.
luck to you.
Thank you.
you very much. All right, Mr. Martucci, you were suing for $5,600. You get $3,375 back. Are you content with that?
Yes.
Satisfied?
I'm satisfied.
Okay.
I'm ready to move on.
And it's
from
over.
that.
They're gone.
That's it.
You too can start a new life, right?
That's it.
So to speak?
Yeah.
All right, good enough. Thank
All
you
right,
very
thank
much.
you.
Okay. Harvey?
Okay, no matter what your relationship is with your landlord, if you are a tenant and you want to move out and you have to give 30 days notice, do it in writing. Shall I repeat? Do it in writing. An oral notice is not worth the paper it isn't written on.